My name is Seth Maxwell, and I am Unbreakable.
Well, I don't wanna lay down and feel like I've lived through a second where I didn't feel alive. No, I don't. No one wants to chase something they can't get. But give me tears, give me fears, give me blood, give me love. Sweat, yeah, the sweat. And oh, it feels like I can't breathe now. So, you know where I'll be. Out on the floor.
Okay, so I'm here with
Tara J. King
and
Red Hunter.
and they just performed for us and they're amazing. Thank you for being a guest on my show, Unbreakable Dreams. So, how do you guys stay unbreakable?
I just wake up every day, continuing just keeping my eye on what it is that I wanted to do. Doing this. I mean, I make music every day, right? We're here together all the time and creating songs for movies, for TV, and we have a lot of support all around us.
Did you know that 1 in 8 people don't have access to clean water? I mean, could you imagine if you couldn't even go to the kitchen and get a drink of water when you were thirsty? Well, to talk more about this global water crisis that is so important right now to talk about is Seth Maxwell. Seth, get over here. So, tell us a little about Thirst Project and how you got started in this crazy adventure.
Yeah, I was 19 years old out here in LA studying acting, and a friend of mine was a photojournalist who had just come back from a trip that she had taken all over the world, and she sat with me showing me just picture after picture after picture of 3 and 4 and 5-year-olds on the side of the road literally drinking water out of puddles, ponds, swamps, stuff that looked like chocolate milk. And so I listened to stories about people who she had met and befriended over like a several month period who she watched die of dysentery or cholera. So I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I went home and did the only thing I knew how to do, which was Google. So I was researching, trying to find like stuff I could get involved with or plug into, and basically just decided that I was gonna go raise awareness and tell the world. And so I got my 7 closest college friends together. We pitched in all the money we had between us, which was like $70 at the time.
College for you.
Exactly. And we went to Ralph's, bought up as many bottles of water as we could, and went out on Hollywood Boulevard and started giving them away as a way to get people to talk to us and say, did you know this is happening? And 2 of those people said, would you come to our school and tell our friends what you told us?
Right.
So we did, and in 1 month, those 2 schools raised over $12,000 that they gave to us and said, go build wells. So that was really the beginning of what we do now. And now we have a school tour where we travel all across the US, speaking at high schools and colleges, educating students about the water crisis, and then challenging them to do something about it. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And how many wells have you founded or built so far?
Yeah. We're about 3.5 years old, and in that time we've reached over 200,000 students that have raised over $1 million that we have used to build wells in 10 countries, which has given 50,000 people clean water.
That's so cool. That's amazing. Did people tell you when you guys got started, that you couldn't do it, or what you guys were doing, or you really weren't going to make a difference?
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely naysayers who kind of, you don't know anything about water, you grew up in acting, and you don't have any friends who know anything about water, like how are you gonna, you don't know anything about charity or running a business,
right.
And there were definitely a lot of really high learning curves that made it challenging along the way, and there were definitely a fair share of people who were like, yeah, this is never gonna happen.
Right.
But I think a big part of it too was there were a really core key group of people that were around me that really just sewed into me and invested and encouraged us along the way. And
right.
So, like my parents were always super supportive. I think even in the midst of all the other stuff, having those key people was really helpful for me to be able to, keep encouraged.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, one of the key things in being Unbreakable that we talk about here is really surrounding yourself with those good people. If you had anything to say to like viewers that are maybe wanting to do something different or kind of run towards a fear, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I mean, the thing for sure to think about too is that, yeah, the need is huge. There's almost 1 billion people without clean water, but thinking about things in terms of not having to take the whole responsibility on yourself. Right. I mean, sometimes it's easy to get discouraged and say, well, I'm just one person. I can't really do anything to help anybody. But
yeah.
Really, $20 one time will give one person clean water for about 20 years. that's amazing. So when you break it down into those kind of terms, if we can re-inspire the belief in large numbers of small gifts,
people, yes.
yeah, that's really what happens the best and where we see the most effective thing happen. So I might not be able to personally end the whole water crisis,
right,
but we've proven that we can give 50,000 people clean water,
and
which...
that's a lot of people, and I think that's huge too. It's something that I felt in my lifetime, I'm sure you guys have too, is that feeling of overwhelm. If you have a dream, it seems so big and just almost impossible to achieve. And I think what you're saying is so crucial, is to really take it step by step, take it day by day, and if you can help one person more every day, then, well, 100 days later, you helped 100 people. That's pretty dang good, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many just incredible stories and people that
right,
we've encountered, but probably, especially with that country, the thing that sticks out in my mind the most is there's this incredible woman, I would call her an epic human being. Her name is Juliet, and she is amazing. She, this past year, lost her husband and her 2 sons to AIDS. She has AIDS, and she takes care of 8 kids within her community, none of whom are hers, who have all been orphaned by parents who have died from HIV/AIDS. And when we first met her in August of last year, her water source that she used to take care of herself as well as these kids was this nearby stream that was like a football field away, basically.
Okay.
And so she would walk every day, multiple times, back and forth hauling water from the stream. It was an open, unprotected source. It was visibly contaminated. It was muddy. There were cattle using it, defecating in it. So, you know, as a result of using that water, her and the kids would constantly struggle with extreme diarrhea that they couldn't control because of the disease that was coming in them. They were constantly struggling with what's called cystisomiasis, which is basically blood and urine, all kinds of stuff. And so it was really sort of gratifying for me to see that her community was actually one of the first communities in that country that we built a well in. So when we went back in November of last year, it was amazing to see beautiful, safe, clean water for her and the kids that she took care of. So it's amazing to see what that has done to impact them, meaning that she doesn't have to walk every day to haul water. It's close to her home, it's clean, it's safe to cut down on disease. It means that those kids aren't, you know, kept out of school.
Right.
It's incredible to see how many things it impacts.
So if you would like Thirst Project to come to your school,
email info@thirstproject.org.
So today's theme of giving love and service is so special to me, and one that is crucial in really staying unbreakable. If I could give one piece of advice to someone who is having a really, really hard time, it would hands down be to find a way to step outside yourself and go help someone else. There is such power in giving a little love, and I promise you, the more love you give, the more you will receive. And remember what Seth said. It is not about those huge extravagant things and feeling like you have to change the world overnight. It is about the little acts of kindness that we do every single day that really help shape who we are and can eventually change lives and make this world a better place one step at a time. Now, I am a firm believer in the famous saying from Shakespeare, "A life without love is no life at all." And also from the Unbreakable quote of today, said by Mother Teresa, who says it absolutely beautifully and way better than I could ever say myself. We can cure physical disease with medicine, but the only cure for loneliness, despair, and hopelessness is love. There are many in the world who are dying for a piece of bread, but there are many more that are dying for a little love. So I challenge you to try and wake up every morning and ask yourself, what can I do to help someone else? I made this change a little while ago, and I swear it has literally changed my life. It'll start your day off right. It'll start you in a place of gratitude and love. So go out there, live with passion, gratitude, and love. And remember, you can bend, but never break. Stay unbreakable. Sticking with the theme of giving, here is my gift to you. It is a free copy of the Unbreakable Dreams Journal. You can download it right here on healthypowertv.com. I really hope that you guys do download it. Look over it, but especially focus on the dream board section. I'm gonna go make mine this week, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Feel free to post it, and also continue sharing the gift of love with everybody that you can.
Out on the floor, I don't wanna waste my time no more. Out on the floor, this is the life I've been waiting for. The lights and sounds, here I come. I wanna see everyone. Out on the floor.
Unbreakable Dreams. I'm here with the amazing
Cam Boyd.
and Lauren Gottlieb. They're from this show. You know, it's kind of a big show. What was
It's a
it
cool
called?
show.
Yeah.
You know, like
So you think you can?
Dance, I think.
yeah, right. Yeah. So I think you can dance. I
I
think.
can't even remember.
It's a fun show. Check it out.
It's a pretty great show, and they're pretty freaking amazing. And we just had an awesome time filming this episode for you guys at
It's
home.
really funny.
We even do a little dance for you, and you guys
Check
learn
it
it.
out.
So anyways, you guys stay tuned for a future episode of Unbreakable Dreams with these two amazing people. HealthyPowerTV.com/Unbreakable Dreams. And remember,
Stay unbreakable.
Don't break. You
Don't
can't.
do
Why would you
Never.
break?
why?
Don't.
Do it.
No one
Stay
breaks.
intact.
Stay unbreakable
Together.
Forever.
Like together.
Liz.
Never.
Breakable. Just kidding. Bye guys.